super furs of everywhere. We are the Sexnerd Furries, and we are here to talk about, well, like our name says, we're going to talk about sex and what it has to do with furries. First thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce yourself. I am the host. My name is Kira. I am a Therian fur. I'm a fox skunk hybrid. I'm yellow. And this here is my co-host.
Oh, hey, my name is Foxy. I'm an Arctic fox. I have 4 tails, you know. And like my friend said, we're going to talk about sex.
Yes, because sex is awesome.
Indeed.
Okay. The main idea of this podcast is not just to say, oh, we're furries, we have sex, and it's all that. No, actually what we're here to talk about is more of, it's a sexual education type of podcast. We want people to know, especially furries, what is necessary when sex happens. Because I have noticed a lot when I talk to a lot of furries that they're either fairly clueless when it comes to sex, or they make a lot of mistakes and they're asking why? And well, we're here to help you out with that. If you can hear the music in the background, we're recording in McDonald's. So McDonald's is kind enough to provide us with some background music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? The first thing we decided to do is, first what we're going to do is, since Foxy here has not seen the CSI episode, the infamous CSI episode,
Luckily.
I'm going to make him watch it, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. So, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Okay, we recorded something before. It was really long, but our recorder broke and it didn't save. So we're going to try this again and hopefully be more structured this time. We finished watching the CSI episode and the Tyra Banks episode. So before we actually start talking about it, let's see what is Yiff according to WikiFur. We're going to get all of our fur information from WikiFur, because where else can you get good fur information but from furries who write on WikiFur? Okay, Yiff. Yiff is an onomatopoeic word and or sound coined in 1990 by Foxin while role-playing his persona Little Fox, originally to mean a cheerful greeting or an energetic yes, but changing over time to be used more commonly as an expression of sexual interest or activity. Very common word in furry lore. It can be used as an interjection, an adjective, a verb, or a noun. So a fox created this word according to this. Now, the history. In Foxic language, Yiff initially meant yes, or an enthusiastic hello. Yiff, 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 yiff. Later, Yiff was assigned for more sexual connotation, a meaning that had previously been assigned to yip, a coarse form of yip.
Yep.
It's only spelled different.
Oh.
This is compounded by several fox characters on furry muck, who were spreading a very sexual reputation for the species at about the same time as it came into common use. So foxes are the reason we have the word yiff used for sexual something. Well, if it was originally meant to say yes or hello, I can see how that happened. We're like, hey, you wanna do something?
Oh, come here.
And let's do this. Yeah. And so eventually it was like, okay, how it's used now. Alternative terms of use. As a furry speak or furry version of English profanity word fuck. Yiff that, or yiff you. Yiff you. To express happiness, success, or feeling yiffy.
Jiffy.
I'm feeling so yiffy today.
Oh my god. Stay back.
Stay away. To describe erotic, sexual, or pornographic anthropomorphic media. Those are long words. So it's like this yiffy art, this yiff pic eckies. As a descriptive acronym, Yiff or Yiff, young, incredibly fuckable furry.
Oh my.
You know, we're those. We're those. Okay,
Yep.
yiffing. Yiffing is a term for sexual intercourse between furs. I've heard them use it talking about normal people too. So they just use it as the word for sexual intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
So sex is yiff.
Yiff.
Origin. The exact time the term yiffing was coined is disputed. The most popular etymology stems from the 1980s, citing that yiff was the sound foxes make while mating.
I bet they sound cute.
They probably don't even make noise. I mean, dogs hardly make noise. I mean, they
Have you seen dogs doing that? Oh my.
on the street. We're
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Well, yeah, we're in Mexico. I forgot.
I forget I'm in Mexico.
Yeah.
There's stray dogs everywhere. You can see dogs stuck together all over the place. And they don't make noise. You pass them by and
Yeah.
they're just there and you're like,
And staring at you like,
they both look at you like, what you looking at?
Yeah.
And you're like, I wish I had your confidence. Euphemisms. Yiffing comes with its own set of sexual euphemisms, in addition to many of the same slang terms used for human sex. For example, the popular term for male masturbation is pawing off.
yay.
And when it comes to My Little Pony, the bronies, it's clopping.
Clap, 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 clap,
Clap,
clap.
clap, 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 clap.
I prefer pawing off.
Pawing off. If you have claws, I don't think that's a good idea.
Mm.
Trim your claws.
Oh.
Okay, so that is what Yiff is according to WikiFur. And WikiFur, of course, is a website written by furries. So this is the general term that everybody says Yiff is. Now, according to you, what is Yiff?
Yiff, well, when I first
I'm gonna eat
knew,
a cookie.
yeah, go ahead. When I first knew about the word Yiff, well, it was like, what is Yiff? Oh, baby, don't hurt. Okay, no, just joking. Well, when I first knew about it, like everyone, porn, furry porn, and well, that's all about it. That's
Okay, Yiff is porn.
yeah.
In my opinion, Yiff is porn. You know, it's furry porn. It's furry sex. It's normal. I mean, people have sex.
Yeah.
Furries have sex. Anime fans have sex.
Bronies?
Bronies have sex. Most of them are gay.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But a lot of furries are gay too. Not here in Mexico. Here in Mexico, there's like a lot of straight furries.
Yeah. Straight and really, what's the word?
Open? What?
Urgidos?
Huh. What's the word for that?
That they just want to have sex with someone.
Oh.
Like, oh my
They're
god, I want to
really
give you.
horny.
Oh god,
They're
oh
really
god.
horny. Well, yeah, I mean, all of the furries are young here. In our group, like what's the
15.
age range? 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're 15, you're horny as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to have sex with anyone. And also, you know, feeling like an outcast, you want to have sex even more with anyone who will let you have sex with them. But that is Yiff. Yiff is sex. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Now, Yiff is used in the very wonderful CSI episode, which was the first place I heard the word Yiff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the 90s. Good times. And well, in the episode, they talk a lot. They show a lot, quotation marks, about what furs do. And the things they showed was FurCon. They showed fur piles. They talked about yipping and scritching.
Screeching? Never heard of that.
And scritch. I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's just like going over
Like
and petting someone,
scratching.
scratching someone. But we don't. I have not heard that used. Okay, so at the beginning of the episode, they found the woman dead in her car, they followed paw prints. They didn't even.
Yeah, that was hilarious, you know,
The
because
paw prints.
the little paws.
And they didn't even match his paws. Did you notice? They're not the same paws. They were big. They were like dog paws.
Yes.
And on the costume, he didn't have dog paws.
No.
I mean, the bottom of the shoe didn't, and his hands, they had different kind of paws. It's funny.
It's quite funny. I was like, really?
I know you laughed. It was funny. And okay, after they find the dude in the suit, then they get him out of the suit. The suit had latex. Why would you have latex on a fursuit? That's hot. That is hot. You do not want to wear latex in a suit.
No.
I mean, suits are made out of cloth.
Yes.
That's it. You know, they're made out of fur cloth. And it's like, I have not known, the only people who use latex are rubber furs. Because they're rubber, whatever. But it's like, in a fursuit, you're not going to put on a suit that has rubber in it. It's too hot. It's hot enough as it is. And also the suits. The suits.
They were quite disturbing,
They were quite disturbing. They were all very...
They made us look like a bunch of freaks.
I know, more than we already are. I mean, we're freaks, but you know, in our own special way. But it's like they were very stock. Very stock. I mean, the tails were flat.
The effects of the light, they made us look like rawr,
I know.
rawr,
It's all
like
the lighting.
sexual predators.
And then the people who didn't, they had the costumes that you could get at any costume store. They had, like, if you just
Very
pick them,
simple.
the stuff you could pick up at the zoo. So it's like, okay, you know, there are some furs that wear that, but they're a very small percentage, and they're the ones who are just getting into the fandom. So, and then they went to the dude's house. And in the dude's house, he had his entire bed covered up with stuffed animals. Yeah. Now, this is not strange. I mean,
that's normal.
We all have plushies. Why?
Yeah.
Because plushies are adorable. Why wouldn't I have?
I actually sleep with one. With
I
my little
sleep with
Jolteon.
I sleep with, on my bed, above my bed, I have 2 pony plushies that I have made. So they're mine. I made them. And one little baby panda. Have you seen the picture of the panda? Baby panda?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
the panda. And then at the foot of my bed, there's a box. And in that, there's a box.
Like a toy box?
No, it's a Paws box. It's the boxes of Angry Birds plushies. You know, the big giant box where they have the toys displayed. Well, I took the box from Costco, and now it's on my bed.
You were about to say steal.
Well, you don't steal, you take. I mean, they have the box there, and you can take it. And well, I took the box and that's where all my stuffed animals are. I have like 2 unicorns. I have 1 Care Bear, the Good Luck Bear. I searched for him forever, so I'm keeping him. I have so many foxes.
Oh.
I have foxes and skunks.
Aww.
So
that's cute.
and I have 1 fox that I'm particularly proud of. He was 20 pesos, so roughly like
I also found
like $1,
yeah.
like $1.50 maybe, something like that. And I bought it, and he's a puppet.
Oh, mine
so
too.
He moves.
Is he brown? Or
He's
brownish?
reddish brown.
Yeah. And
He moves the front paws, and his little
his
mouth.
Yeah, I have that one too. Yeah.
We should bring him the next meet. I was going to take him, but I didn't. I forgot him at home.
I need to brush it because the fur is
He's all
kinda,
messy?
Yeah, it's messy.
But
Anyway,
back to so plushies are normal. Almost all, because there are a few who don't. But almost all furries, they'll tell you they have at least 1 plushie. And most of the time that plushie is of the animal that they represent, because that's like, that's their connection to the animal. I mean, if I could have a fox for real, I would.
Huh, me too.
They're expensive.
They're a big responsibility.
They are. I mean, wow. So furries, if you ask them, and a lot of them, if you ask them, would you have the animal you are as a pet, they will say yes.
Yes.
Most of them will say yes, unless it's a dangerous animal like a bear.
Like a bear.
Then it's like, no. Well, they would probably still say yes, but then they say, but I can't. Because, a fox you can have as a pet, but their responsibility is immense. Because they
talk about
they're
the
really,
phoenix.
The phoenix
phoenix.
fox.
They're so cute.
But
When they're little, they just
they have big old ears.
Yeah.
They look so cute. But they have a lot of energy, and if you don't have enough energy to
play with them.
And keep up with them, you're screwed.
Whoa.
So it's like they will run circles around you.
Aww.
And we're Mexican, so we're lazy. So it's
Well, sorry, but I'm not lazy.
You're not lazy?
No, I
You're
work
not
up.
Yeah, I work, yes. Bring me my bed.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it's like, okay. So after they see all the stuff on his bed, and we're just like, oh, that's normal. Then they see the convention circled on his calendar.
Yeah, I noticed that.
In the U.S., conventions usually do last 2 to 3 days, sometimes 4. I think Anthrocon is 4 days. It's 4 days, and they have a lot of stuff. It's like a Comic-Con for furries.
Oh, wow.
It's in Pennsylvania, so it's far away. They have LA Anthrocon, but it's not as good.
No.
I think there's only one FurCon in LA. One. I know, sadness. And, well, that FurCon was called PAF, Plushies and Furries Convention.
Oh, so the one that they showed
I don't know if it's
them?
real. I don't know. I remember I tried to find it, but I couldn't. So I don't know if it's real.
Probably they just made it
Yeah,
up.
they probably just made it up. And so they go to the convention, because apparently it's still on. They got lucky. And so they get there, and you see all of these furs in very stock costumes. And
Oh my.
then we're introduced to why were there furries on a catwalk? It was like a modeling show.
Yeah.
I have not seen that. I haven't
neither.
heard of that. And I know that in the conventions, what they do have is dance competitions. And when they do have the fur parade, it's everybody in their suits. It's on the last day. The last day they have the fur parade, and everybody walks in the line all the way through the convention area. And you can take pictures of the suits
Cool.
and all of that. It's just so that everybody can see your suit. That's all. That's all it's for. And then the convention is over, and everybody goes home.
Oh.
That's the way it is. And then, so they had this weird thing that I've never heard of at any conventions. It might have been something they did in the old days, and they don't do it now.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. And that's where they were introduced to Sexy Kitty.
Oh my, she was so hot.
sexy. Okay. One, fursuits are not that loose. At least I think I've only seen one fursuit that was that loose, but I think I don't know. Maybe he was fatter before. I don't know.
Aw.
But I know that the suits, almost all of them are pretty much skin tight, so that you can move and do whatever. And they had one dude in a partial suit, the kangaroo dude with the glasses on his.
Oh really?
Yeah, you didn't notice him?
No.
Right before Sexy Kitty is on stage, he's on there.
Aw, didn't see him.
But it's like, okay. And almost all the suits had clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hardly anybody puts clothes on their suits. If you have a full suit, you have it as it is.
Yes.
That you don't wear clothes. If you're going to have clothes, it's a partial. So, that was weird. That was
Pretty
weird. So, then they take Sexy Kitty, and Sexy Kitty turns out to be very sexy. There's a dude in there.
Yeah. Bald.
Which happens, that does happen. I mean, there's a lot of girls who have male personas. I'm not sure what they did a study, an in fandom study. I don't remember what it's called, but it was genetic gender role study, and it said that most women in the fandom actually have a persona that's male.
Whoa! No wonder I can't find a mate.
I know. So they're all as guys. But I'm one of those that my persona is a girl, and I'm a girl, so that's the way it is.
Yes.
Before she used to have big boobs, now she doesn't. Anyway, now they're the same size as mine. And then so we're like, so that is something that happens in the fandom right now. A lot more women have been getting into the fandom, so it's like now there's more females.
Yeah.
And they're still hard to find though.
Yeah, when I was in a chat room, I used to search for girls, and they were like, "Oh my, I'm a girl. Oh yeah, let's Jiff." And I was like, no, you must be a man.
You are a man.
You're a guy." "No, I'm not."
Go away.
Know what? Go away.
Yeah, like in our group, in the furry group here in TJ, there's like what, just me and
Other
Cherry,
four
girls.
Yeah.
That's it.
But hey, most of them are gay. No, not me.
Okay,
I'm straight.
let's see. So after that weird thing, then they go through all of the murder stuff, whatever, blah 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 blah, and it turns out that he and his girlfriend, who was also a furry, who had been driving him, got in a fight, and he got shot and all that stuff, and it was like, okay, whatever, normal CSI stuff. But mainly, the thing that stuck out for everybody is the fur pile.
Fur pile. Indeed.
The fur pile and the yiffing. I myself have never experienced a fur pile in any way, shape, or form.
No, me neither.
So, I've heard that they do happen. It does happen, but it's really rare. It's like at certain sci-fi cons, they do have the hidden room that has very secret, very hard to get invitations where you can have sex there at the convention. So that happens. It happens in sci-fi conventions. It happens in anime conventions. These are things that do happen in all conventions. So it only makes sense that it happens in furry conventions. The only thing about the fur pile is that I do not think they wear the suits. No, suits are expensive.
Really, really, really expensive.
Yours was free, but you're lucky.
Yeah, I was
you
lucky.
were lucky. But suits, good suits. Suits better than in the show.
Way better.
Way better. Suits that they look like the drawing in real life are easy upwards to $2,000. They're expensive, and you do not want to get something expensive dirty.
No.
No, that's a sin.
No. Yeah.
And it's very rare that a furry will actually have sex in their suit.
Probably they would.
They would probably start like manhandling each other in the suit, but they will take the suit off.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because I know a lot of furs, and most of them do not like the feeling of fur when they want to have sex. Like sometimes it can be stimulating and it's nice because they have like blankets that are made out of animal hide, and they say for sex those are nice. That's what they've said. That's what I've heard. They're expensive, so I don't know. But they like goat's skin is very popular for having sex on because it's like soft but rough all at once. So it's got like it stimulates all nice. And they're like, so the stimulant exists, so it can feel good, like to rub against the fur and nice. But it's not a turn on for a lot of people. The personality behind the fur is what turns a lot of people on.
Yeah, I must.
It's the person.
I agree with
not
that.
the fur. So if you're starting to like get sexually attracted to a fur, it's more than likely it's the personality of the person. As a Therian myself, I understand that a lot of people feel more at home with the fur than without it. But it's not something that you don't want to have sex as an animal. We're humans. We want to have sex as humans. I want to feel someone's skin. Yeah. It's like, because it's like an added something that kind of feels like it's in the way. It's understandable that there are people who would be turned on by fur. I mean, there are people who get turned on by the weirdest stuff. So someone that's not going to be like out of the ordinary. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But suits are expensive. Mersuits are even more expensive. I mean, they run like $3,000, I think, just because for the reason that they're made. And it's like, it's not, the materials aren't more expensive or anything like that. It's just that the strategically placed holes are going to be used for something, and they want you to spend more money on it so that you can really think about whether or not it's what you want. There are even suits who have attachable male genitalia.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, oh, all right. So these suits exist, and if they exist for a reason. So there are people who use them, but most of us don't. Mm-hmm. That's why most of the places, there's probably 2-3 suitors that make them, suit studios that make them. Oh. I've only seen one. I don't remember the name, but I've only seen one. But they only made male stuff. They didn't make female.
Aw, too bad.
I know. And they're like, so these things are so few and far between that it really shouldn't be classified as what we are as furries.
Mm-hmm. I must agree.
Because, I mean, the thing that sticks out about the fur pile is that it's people having, it's an orgy for furries, according to the show. Mm-hmm. And whether fur piles happen or not, we cannot be completely sure because neither of us have been part of a fur pile. We don't get invited to those kinds of parties.
No.
Sadness. I mean, it's so we don't participate in that.
So we don't know.
If we can find someone, if you are someone who has been part of a fur pile, please
let us know.
Let us know. We want to know. We need to know. This is because what is it? What is the attraction of a fur pile? It has to have an attraction of some sort. I mean, I can see the attraction of an orgy. Everybody having sex all at the same time. It's awesome, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's like, yeah, great. I mean, it's better to have sex just you and your partner.
Yeah.
It's because then you can get into the intimacy, and it's like, it's nice. But having sex with a lot of other people around, that's also interesting. It's got its own thrill. So it's everything has its own thing. You know, there's always good things about these, but it really boggles my mind as to why would people want to have sex in a suit.
Yeah,
I will never understand it. I myself will never understand it. I never want to have sex in a suit if I ever have one. I do not. It's too expensive. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about what the thing that sticks out in the episode is just that. That is the thing that made the people first saw when they saw furries. Was the fur pile. And that's what they thought about. Fur
really
pile and
bad
Yiff.
impression.
Yes. And then after, what came? The Tyra Banks episode.
Tyra Banks. Oh my god. Such a bitch.
Another fox had to... We're both foxes, so it's very annoying.
Yeah.
So it's, okay. Chew Fox, she didn't know any better. So her and her husband didn't know any better. All they did was admit that they have sex in their suits. Good for them. Yay! If that turns you on, if that's what rocks your boat, go for it. I don't care. You're paying for the suit.
Yeah.
But hardly any furs do that. And the fact that is what was put out about us is
the media.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. I mean, nobody knows about charity work. Our charity work. I mean, furries donate so much money to charity. You know, we worry about other people. We're doing our hardest to put a positive look.
Actually, most of the furries are ecologists. That's right. Yeah. Well, like myself, I do care of the
environment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, a lot of furries want to make sure that the environment and the animals are safe. I mean, we do not want to have sex with the animals. No. We want to take care of the animals.
Yes, that's two different things.
That's different. That has its own episode. That's going to be a weird talk. But right now, furries, we want to take care of our world because we live in it. I mean, we live in it. And that's why we want to take care of it. It's the same as normal people who want to take care of the world. I mean, there's no difference.
Yeah, there's no difference.
There's no difference. I mean, if you're okay, let's see. For people to understand, basically, to put a very easy to digest type of outlook on what the media has seen about furries, it's like a cake. The furry fandom is a cake.
Yay!
And the people who do perverted things with perverted things who do perverted things are the slice of cake that has a cherry on it.
Yum.
The rest of the cake doesn't have a cherry. That's the only piece of the cherry. The piece of the cherry is the one that everybody looks at because it has a cherry on it. Nobody cares about the rest of the cake.
Yes.
The rest of the cake tastes exactly the same, but nobody cares about that anything but the piece of the cherry. They just want the cherry.
Yum, yum, yum.
So it's because of that kind of outlook is the reason we have this reputation.
Yeah.
And the reputation is really hard. We have to try really hard to get rid of. And
it's a long way.
Yes, it's a very long way. But we will get there eventually. If Uncle Kage has anything to do about it, we will get there. He'll probably be dead by then, but we will get there. So that's what this podcast is going to try to put the positive spin, the positive outlook on the piece of cake with the cherry on it.
Oh, I wanted a piece of cake with
it's
cherry.
my cherry.
No.
But that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about furries and sexuality. And right now, all we have to say is that everything that you heard about with those 2 episodes is wrong.
Very wrong.
It's very wrong. It's not that it doesn't happen, it's that it isn't what we only think about. So with that in mind, we're going to leave you guys. Next episode, we're going to probably talk about fursuits or something. I haven't decided yet. We'll talk about something.
We'll come up with
something. So, we're going to leave you guys to ponder to yourself, what is Yiff? And please feel free to send us in any emails with questions, comments, whatever. We want to hear from you. And if we don't hear from you, we're just going to keep rambling, and that's sadness. So, this has been Kira the Fox and my co-host,
Foxen.
And we will see you
soon.
next time.
Satisfied.